Hello, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the pool party. I hope you can swim because we're definitely diving into the deep end with a huge splash of truth, facts, evidence, information, and proof. Swim. Say what you mean. It's talk about talking. How we listen, how we hear, how we speak, how we hear what we're listening to when we speak, how a listener hears what we're saying, if what we're saying, what they're actually hearing and or understanding. Is it clear? Swim. Say what you mean. Well, that's just the beginning of understanding, because after we get that understanding, how do we accept it? How we respond if it's not what we expect is paramount. Are you okay with the truth? Are you man, woman, human, or spiritual enough to accept the truth? Let's find out. Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges.
Hey, holla at your boy. Here's hoping you are having a fantastic and wonderful Wednesday evening. I am your host, Travis Bridges, but you know that. I promise you, tonight is going to be shorter than short, okay? I'm only going to be with you for less than 15 minutes, so if you're with me, it's not going to be long. I don't really have a whole lot to say, but I promised I was going to be here, and I've got to say what I mean and mean what I say. I'm actually in a different part of the Hollywood home studio, and that's what I'm going to do for the next few days, work in my remote location. How's your Wednesday? Yeah? How's the rest of your week? How has the first of your week been? Good. Okay. Well, here's hoping that the rest of your week will be just as good. If you will notice, I don't have some of my fancy stuff going on. And if you listen carefully, listen. I've got some grooves going on from the back. I'm just in rest mode. I'm way ahead of the game. I've got a few gigs coming up over the next few weeks, but I've got things somewhat in order, so I'm just kind of relaxing and taking it easy, not working too hard. I had a couple of scares a few days ago, and my body told me to straighten up and fly right. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do, just relax a little bit. But I'm going to eat a little better and work out a little bit more consistent. And I believe my body will do as I've always believed it will do, regulate. So with that being said, I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. Okay? All right. I'm not even going to take a break. I'm going to share something with you that happened to me this week. One of my friends gave me a gift, and it was such a timely gift. I normally don't name names or titles, and I just don't. But when you have to, you just have to. I got a book in the mail for someone who was thinking about me. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. She said, I know you could use this because it blessed me, and I want to bless you with it. The only bad part is she sent it to me in the mail, and it showed up like this. I hope you can see this. It's called Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table by Louis Geek. I didn't know who this guy was, and I still don't know who he was, but he's on my bucket list of people to get to meet. As I said, this came in the form of a book, and I'm probably going to recycle it and maybe bless somebody else with it. So if my friend is listening, don't be mad, because you already know what I did was I ended up getting the opportunity, to get the audio version of the book, and that's what I did. And I'm about 3/4 through listening to the audio portion of the book, and it's really good. So much so that it caused me to do the same thing with my book. I've been threatening y'all I was going to write my book and release it and it's going to happen. I'm going to do it, and it's going to be soon. And I see that I've got some breaking up of my video. I'm hoping it's going okay. I don't have any of my technical people sending me any messages and letting me know I'm just going to keep going. But this is a very good book, so timely for me in this season with everything that I've been going through and that I'm going through. So thank you. And I'm going to be blessing someone with this one because I do have access to the audio book now, and I've been listening to it. It will stay in my arsenal for a long time because faith comes by hearing and continuing to hear. I don't care what it is. The more you hear something, the more it gets inside your heart, mind, body, and soul. So I'll be listening to this book for the rest of my life, and I encourage you to do it. It's called Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table. It's Time to Win the Battle of Your Mind. That's the subtitle, by Louis Giglio. Don't promote people, but he got lucky because he was a blessing to me, and I can't help but share it. Remember, Jesus told the woman, don't tell nobody, but he kind of knew she was, because you can't get blessed like that and keep your mouth closed. It's just how it works. But anyway, I started listening to my book the same way I'm listening to the audio book of this gentleman. And it's very interesting. It's amazing how you write and where your mind, heart, body, and soul is at the time you write. By the time you start to review it and get ready to release it, it's like, oh my God, that's going to be heavy. That's going to be deep. And I thought about making some modifications, but I can't do that. I've got to go ahead and let it be what it's going to be. And just be okay with that. Kimberly is in the house. Thank you, Kim. Tony Morrow is in the house. Sup, T? I really appreciate my faithfuls. Christine, I don't know where you are, but I'm going to send the people after you. But yeah, go out and get this book, and it'll bless your life. And do me a favor, keep me prayed up for my book, because it's coming. It's going to be deep. Got some heavy stuff in it, but you'll get to know a whole lot more about me. Some great things are happening to me in the new year. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, and I'm not going to, but I am going to do some things different. Just so you know what my life is calling for in this season. So I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm amped up for 2020, what we're going into, 2023. Yeah, I'm amped up for it. So again, thank you for being faithful and joining me. I just want to encourage you to be okay with whatever you have set up for yourself. Just be on a path. Make a plan. Don't just wake up and just wander through life. Set goals. And even if you don't achieve them, work towards them. And I don't feel good saying even if you don't achieve them, because, that kind of opens the door to procrastinate and be, lazy. But work towards whatever it is you have planned every day. It may take some time. And I'm going to tell you, there's something called hurdles that will get in your way. But if you stay the course, trust the process, you'll be okay. That's my encouragement to you tonight. Hope you're enjoying your family and friends and your life during the holiday season. Remember to be alert, pay attention, watch over your shoulder. Don't go into certain parts of town asking for change for $100 bill or anything like that. Be on the lookout, for yourself and out, for other people. You don't want to get in people's business, but, we are not necessarily always to keep our brother and sister, but we are our brother and sister's keeper, and we have to look out for everybody. It takes a village to not only raise children, but to keep everybody safe. So as you're out and about doing your holiday shopping and making your way to and fro, keep your eyes and ears open. And if you see someone that can need a hand, and it doesn't cost you too much, then extend that. And as they say at the airport, if you see something, say something. Okay, till next week, take good care of yourself. Remember to find somebody you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it, show it, and mean it. Louis Giglio, don't give the enemy a seat at your table. It's good stuff. In my book, I haven't revealed the title of it yet, but I'm looking at the first quarter of the year as a release time. Thank you in advance for your support. It's taken me a long time to write this and finally get it in place. And I'm definitely, if the Lord spares my life, as my mother would say, I will have a release of that book coming up in 2023. And if I can get with my producers, maybe I'll work on my third CD project. Okay. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let y'all go. Thanks again for the support, and take good care of yourself. Okay. Good night.
SWYM. Say what you mean. As much as this information is designed to bring awareness to how we listen, hear, and process, it is also a form of therapy. The little person inside of all of us needs to be heard. As adults, even listening to ourselves is a form of healing, strengthening, and growth. It's okay to speak, talk, express yourself, and be heard, even if you're the only listener. If our testimony does anything at all for anyone else, that makes the continued effort worth the time. Get the words out. You'll feel better, and that's a promise. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Keep on looking around.
Good night, y'all.